I'm Tina Alleguez. I'm actually an attorney in Los Angeles, California. I work in a small law firm based out of Encino and have two partners. The name of the law firm is Alleguez, Newman, Goodstein, LLP. I've been the managing partner of that law firm for a number of years, and my specialty area is primarily advising business owners. So I serve as outside general counsel for different types of businesses, and that involves everything from helping new businesses with formation, determining what type of business entity they should be, to helping them transition when they decide that they want to sell their business or they want to retire. So soup to nuts from the beginning up until the end of a business and everything in between. Today, I'm here to talk to you about how to reinvent yourself in your career, how to navigate a change or make a change. My first career was really as an actor, and how I came to that was that I always was interested in the arts, and that's probably due to the influence of my mother, who was a classically trained pianist and singer. I grew up in a musical home, and it was just what I loved. I loved everything that involved the arts. She had always said that I was shy and reserved and that I had to learn to find my voice, to be able to assert myself. And so I made a decision to take a theater class. It truly was like lightning had struck. I felt I had found my passion, the thing that I wanted to do for the rest of my life. There I was, determined that I was going to be a theater actress. I graduated from UCSD with a degree in theater. But even then, I was always thinking about the backup plan because I knew how unstable and insecure theater would be, so I got a degree in psychology as well. On to New York I went, and almost immediately, like within 3 days of being in New York, because of the letters of reference that I had and the connections that my professor had, I was able to get work. I immediately started working there and doing productions there, not only as an actress, but also in stage management and helping with the lighting. And, you know, when you're in theater, you do it all. Almost a year into my experience in New York, I just started to question whether that was going to be my long-term path. These seasoned actors were talented, amazing, worked hard, but not one of them could tell me that their life in all aspects, and particularly their financial life, was stable. I really started thinking to myself, is this what I want for my future? Is this something that, you know, is sustainable for me based on what I see as my long-term goals? That was the path for me, to become a lawyer, where I could use so many of the skills that I had learned as an actor. How to speak in front of a group, how to deal with nerves in front of a group. How do you maneuver those things? I realize now that I didn't really find the law. I think it kind of found me. I didn't have lawyers in my family, so I can't say that, you know, I could look to any one person in my family that could serve as an example. I somehow knew that I could get through school, that it would give me purpose. It would give me the challenges that I wanted in my life. It would give me something meaningful, because I wanted my life to have meaning and to be able to do something that was intellectually challenging and at the same time give me that stability that I yearned for, that I saw acting couldn't give to me. Well, she went to law school, she became a lawyer, and that's it. She's made it. It's stable. She gets her first job, and it's all smooth sailing. But that's far from the truth. It's never as easy as you think it is, even in a professional setting. It's constantly full of challenges, and you're constantly having to adapt. You really have to be flexible, and you're always going to have to be questioning yourself whether or not that's the right place to be. I eventually realized that my path was to be an entrepreneur, to open my own practice. But even that didn't come because I made the direct choice immediately. That came because the law firm that I was in that hired me to become a managing attorney for them caved in because they were having financial troubles. I broke away. Once again, I didn't stay put. I was willing to make a change. I made a plan. I found mentors and guides and put together a business plan, and off I went to open my own law firm. I had been a litigator, and for almost 25 years exclusively, I was doing nothing but litigation. But litigation is incredibly challenging. You know, go to trial and you win a lawsuit, you question whether you really won, because to get there, it's just like this. It's really, it seems like you're just fighting all the time instead of feeling like what you're doing is making a difference. If I break into, you know, corporate practice, at least I won't be bound by the structure of a lawsuit, and maybe I can help businesses. Maybe I can do what feels more aligned with who I am. And that really led me to examining business law, corporate law, where I can actually counsel businesses in their growth and help them with their legal issues and help them prevent the pitfalls of litigation or potential litigation, keep them out of the courtroom. It's really about looking at yourself, at your values, at where you want your life to be in the future, setting those goals and that path, defining it, and then just making the plan again and asking for guidance. I love what I do today. I know that there's lawyers out there who don't like what they do, but I've been fortunate enough through these twists and turns that I've been talking about. My firm, Alleguez Newman Goodstein, is home for me. I have clients that I've had for 15, 20 years. I've watched their businesses grow from being a startup to now being a multi-million-dollar business, where they've had the opportunity to even expand their line of business. The biggest piece of advice that I can give is make sure you surround yourself with trusted advisors. A simple dispute between owners in a company can devastate a company. You know, surround yourself with the right people. Develop relationships with the right people. And make sure you seek their counsel. How I ultimately made a transition to law from acting, and the type of advice that I would give to someone who might be afraid. They might be sitting in a career that's just not going anywhere. It's a dead-end career, and they're just afraid to take the leap. It can be really scary. But the thing is that think about how scary it is to be 10 years down the road in your life wondering why you didn't make the change that much sooner, because now you're even more entrenched into something that's a dead end. Be willing to assess your situation, look at it head on, develop a plan of action, take baby steps, step by step, moving towards, another goal. Look for that clarity in yourself so that you can find that new path. Don't always listen to people on the outside, because lots of people will give you different advice, and you might find yourself floundering, going, out of all these things, what path do I take? Just, be willing to step out of your comfort zone. If something doesn't serve you right now, it's okay. You have to ask yourself if what you're doing aligns with what you want to be, what you want to build for the future. And then if the answer's no, just make a move. Don't stay put. Make a plan. Ask for guidance. Seek out mentors, people that have made career changes themselves. Talk to those people, because they are going to be your best allies, and they will show you that it's okay to fear, but despite the fear, to move forward. Just go forward with purpose, with intention.